Pulsar Fusion brings major updates on space travel. How is NASA Don Pettit celebrate his birthday? Starbase update. Launches of the week. Hi everyone, I'm Christophe Paget from All About Space, and this is your Space Update. Pulsar Fusion, a UK-based aerospace startup, is already providing electrical and chemical thrusters to many satellite manufacturers and has been working on nuclear fusion propulsion systems for space travel for over a decade. Now, it has recently unveiled its ambitious vision for the Sunbird nuclear fusion rocket, aiming to revolutionize interplanetary travel. It would effectively work as a space duct stored in space gas stations, connecting to a spacecraft to provide additional delta V or speeds to reach the destinations faster. Then undock from the craft and park at the nearby space gas station until the next ride. They claim to be able to reach speeds of 500,000 km an hour or 329,000 miles an hour, therefore reducing travel to Mars by a factor 2, for example. They also claim that traveling to Pluto could be done in 4 years rather than 13 and a half years today. The additional benefit is that the Sunbird would provide 2 megawatts of power during the journey, an essential feature when traveling away from the Sun with less and less sunlight to power traditional solar panels. Pulsar Fusion plans to commence static tests in 2025, followed by an in-orbit demonstration of core technology components in 2027. Roscosmos Soyuz MS-26 mission launched on September 11, 2024, carrying Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexei Ovchinin and Ivan Wagner and NASA astronaut Don Pettit to the ISS. They spent 220 days on the station, where Don has been taking amazing pictures of Earth and auroras. The MS-26 spacecraft returned them safely to Earth on April 20th. Don Pettit reached the age of 70 upon landing, the best birthday present that one can get. At Starbase, the launch site was focusing on the deluge system at the launch tower number 2, along with testing the chopsticks on both towers. The launch mount number 2 was also progressing well. Another production site, the high bay demolition, continues, except that SpaceX is creating a chessboard first before completing the demolition. Starship number 35 was receiving its Raptor engines, and Booster 14 was getting crowned, all in preparation for the next flight tests. April 18th, CSC launched a Long March 6A from China for its mission Cheyenne 27 with the first 6 classified test demonstration satellites. April 20th, SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 from California for its mission Enroll 145, sending a bunch of Starshield satellites into low Earth orbit. The first stage flew for its 12th time and landed on the drone ship Of Course I Still Love You. April 21st, SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 from Florida for its 22nd cargo resupply mission Dragon CRS-2 to the ISS. The first stage flew for its 3rd time and landed back to site. This trunk included the ESA's ACES experiment, consisting of 2 atomic clocks to prove the time dilation in Einstein's theory of special relativity to check if traveling in space makes you age less. Of course, the theory shows that 6 months in space traveling at 28,000 km an hour would only make you 5.3 milliseconds younger, hence why the experiment required extremely precise time measurement. April 22nd, SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 from Florida for a rideshare mission called Bandwagon 3, with obviously a series of satellites. The first stage flew for its 3rd time and landed back to site. April 24th, CSC launched a Long March 2FG from China for its mission Chenzhou 20, transporting a capsule with 3 taikonautes to the Chinese space station Tiangong. In summary, from January 1st until April 24th, 2025, 82 rockets were launched successfully. Out of that, 53 were from an American company or institution and 21 from China. I'll leave you this week with a recent picture from the James Webb Space Telescope of the planetary nebula NGC 1514 located in the Taurus constellation, approximately 1,500 light years away from us. NGC 1514 is notable for what is absent, the carbon and more complex version of it. Astronomer William Herschel in 1790 was the first one to detect this nebula and considered it rather cloudy back then. Even in 2010, NASA's Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, or WISE for short, was finding NGC 1540 cloudy as well. It took the infrared camera of James Webb a week or so ago to get such a clarity on the nebula rings. Thank you for watching your channel, All About Space. See you at the next episode of Space News.